Hello and welcome back to episode number 2 of the Fulham career mode. Right off the bat, I would like to say thank you very much for the support on the last episode. It meant a lot. Thank you guys for your comments. And now here we are with the second episode. As we can see right off the bat, we're going right into loans. Someone in the comments suggested I get Kelechi Iheanacho, Jordan Ibe, and Jesse Lingard from Manchester City, Liverpool, and Man United, respectively. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to get them all on loan because that's what we need. I was talking about how we need an attacking front because that Vardy is, you're going to see something about him very soon. And of course, we don't have a backup left mid, so having Lingard and Ibe there is going to be great because, as I also found out, you can actually play the left mid at cam. Now, as you saw there, I was going on about it in the last episode. Unfortunately, Ross McCormack was sold to Aston Villa for, what was it, 2.3 million. So, we do have work to do there, but the hopeful loan signing of Iheanacho is going to change that, because I've played with Iheanacho on other career modes. He's an absolute tank. He is like, how can I put it, like the Luis Muriel of this FIFA. He is amazing. Anyway, there we are, selecting our team for this next match, the semi-finals of the European International Cup against Empoli. So, I mean, you know, we've got all these signings being made, potentially 3 loanees coming in. A lot of signings are going to be made in this episode, which is going to make it a little bit more entertaining. And yeah, we've got to get ready for this matchup now. The semi-finals, a lot on the line here. Let's see if, you know, we can get it done or not. I mean, obviously, we prefer to get it done and move on to the finals of this cup, because that would just mean so much more money would come in, which would be great for, you know, buying our transfers. But who knows? Maybe we won't. Anyway, there's the lineups. As you can tell, what is the words I'm looking for here? I don't really know. We're just kind of counting down now to the kickoff. We're in the San Siro, which is very weird for someone like Fulham to play. However, this episode we will also be playing the first match in the Football League Championship against Huddersfield, which will be later on in this episode. But here we go, just lining up for the kickoff now. Our Vardy is playing striker, O'Hara at cam, and well, without further ado, let's get this match underway. Now, I'm going to be honest, this match was almost impossible against Empoli. Something was just up. I couldn't break through the defense or anything. It was a very slow and dull game. This is pretty much one of the big highlights of the game. O'Hara, they're hitting the post off ahead, and we get the ball, play back in. O'Hara, first time shot, and it's just wide. That was pretty much our shots on goal for the entire game. It was a very midfield based game, not a whole lot of entertainment. Now here is clearing error number 1 right there, clearing error number 2, and it comes off to a corner. Thankfully there was a save from the goalkeeper. So many errors, they were trying to clear it out. Empoli were all over us, and then this is what happens. They get a corner up here. Paredes gonna cross it in now. It's gonna get jumbled up in the box, gonna find someone. The keeper's gonna get a hand to it, but it doesn't mean anything. It is 1-0 to Empoli. They're going to take the lead there off of that header. Disappointing that the keeper got a hand to it but couldn't save it. At the same time, though, I'm disappointed in, well, the defense just standing there like statues, and there's that guy who just, you know, here he is, just dives into the player, and he does absolutely nothing to help out. But there we go, Empoli 1, Fulham 0, as we move on now all the way to the 85th minute. Finally getting some runs through. So many changes had to be made. I think we were playing our Vardy at right wing, or right mid even. Garbett plays it in here, running through the defence. He scored in the last game, and he can't get it in this game. It's deflected, and it goes out for a corner opportunity that we would waste. And that was the final whistle there. And now Fulham are out of the European International Cup, sadly. It was a good run, we did some good things, but that is the first loss as a manager. Thankfully, in all things considered, I believe it's classed as a friendly, which means that we really do not lose out that much. And there's the guy, of course, who scored the goal. Funny enough, how he was also the captain as well. But yeah, Empoli were actually a really tough team to break down, and I get the feeling like we're going to have to play some of those teams like that in the championship, so we may have to differentiate the formation to try and crack them down, because seriously, we were leaving so many gaps in our midfield and defense, and their midfield and defense was just so tightly packed. It was just impossible to break it down. But anyway, moving on here, as you can see, we have loan offers coming in. Iheanacho makes his loan signing, and IB is also going to sign for us as well. And I think, I can't remember if someone left it down in the comments, it might have just been someone talking to me, but I will go with it later. I was looking for a spare left back, and Jordan Lukaku, probably the brother of Romelu Lukaku, was available. He's young, he's got a good rating for the team anyway, and he's definitely what we needed. Anyway, here is Iheanacho's stats right off the bat. If you want to take a more in-depth look at them, then I would suggest pausing the video, because I'm not too sure how quick I went through them. But as you can see, he has got good stats for how old he is. There you go, 18 years old, 3 stars weak foot, 3-star skill moves, high medium work rate. The high medium, ooh, it's a bit hit and miss there, you know, especially with the medium defensive work rate, which is getting me worried that he's going to be behind the cam a lot of times. But anyway, here's IB. Good stats all around, but there, I mean, you know, what else can you complain about? Left wing, right wing, medium work rate, that is just what I need. And then about a day later, in comes Jesse Lingard for the rest of the season. That is our left mid area done for, and I believe, if memory serves me correctly, Lingard can also play in a more defensive role. Then we entered contract negotiations with Jordan Lukaku. He turned it down the first time, so I just decided to offer him a bit more money. And there you go, see, offer someone a bit more money, and they come. Jordan Lukaku now signs for for Fulham, which is very nice indeed. Do you have the stats? Look at those stats. I mean, for a left back, those are quite good stats, especially for someone, you know, who's only about 71 rated. Those physical stats are very good. High medium work rate makes me worry that we're going to have a left wing and a left mid. But anyway, moving on, I was talking about how we needed cams and how, you know, we could play the left mid cam, but we needed a backup cam in that case. So here is, I believe you pronounced that, Pereira from Manchester United, going to bring him in on loan. As you can see, we're bringing in a lot of people from some of the bigger clubs in the BPL, which will be interesting to say the least, but, you know, at least we give them some game time and develop them. So there you go, there was the signing of Pereira, brought him in on loan, they accepted it, and here are his stats. Like I said, if you want a more in-depth look, do pause the video. 4-star weak foot, which is very good. However, high medium work rate again makes me worry. As you can see there, as we make the team for the Huddersfield game, our Neymar, wow, our Vardy got injured in, I think, training. I think he broke his ankle, so he's out for a month, which was absolutely great. But anyway, here we are making the team for the first game of the season. I think I just went all out with like the best team we could possibly have, just to see how it goes ahead of this big game against Huddersfield. And what better way to try and show what kind of team you are than by bringing out your best team possible. That was the way I thought about it. From the mighty Ivy Lane, where at least 30 games are played a day, it is time for the first game of the Football League Championship. Fulham and Huddersfield. I'm going to be honest, Huddersfield were not actually that difficult of a team to play against. We didn't really struggle. You can see here player debuts: Jordan Lukaku, Kelechi Iheanacho. I didn't realize Iheanacho was 5'10". I thought he was considerably taller, but you know. Great thing about Lukaku, of course, is compared to everyone else we've signed in this episode, he is bought for us. We've got him for until we decide to sell him, whereas Iheanacho, IB, Pereira, Lingard are all loan offers, which basically means our main attacking four are all on loan. What does that kind of say about the Fulham team? Anyway, I'm going to leave these first few minutes unedited just to show how much of a better start we got off to compared to the entire game against Empoli. So here's Lingard on the run, just completely passes two players like they're not even lay. Frake shots it back in the box here, still going, still running around players, takes the shot here, gets a deflection, Scott Parker comes out of nowhere, then Iheanacho, all so many deflections being made. Madel plays it back in, finds Lingard plays it up to Jordan Lukaku, gets it running through the box, finds Scott Parker again, who comes off the post. Very close start there, and look at this now, they're playing it round. Scott Parker again with the interception, and it's a save by the goalkeeper. Finally, just completely on the attack right from the whistle there. Huddersfield didn't even get a chance, I think, to bring it up into our half, which is very good start there. And now here comes the cross in from Labyad, crosses it in, gets kind of lost in the box, played out to here. Labyad into Bade, into Amobieta, who just takes a shot and it goes in the back of the net. It's a dodgy goal. The goalkeeper was distracted, but at the end of the day, you take any goal you can. And here, and it's, to be fair, it's got a good whack on it. Look at this, just outside the box. Keeper, I think, was blinded by the rest of the defenders and attackers in the box. So by the time he saw it, yeah, it was going in the back of the net. So sadly there for Huddersfield, a goalkeeping error or a defensive error. But, I mean, our centre-back's got a good foot on him. At least we know that as much. So that was great to watch. And now moving on, yeah, I think it was something like the second half. Decided to make some substitutions just to not wear out the team as much. You know, we've got, what is it, the minimum of like 38 games this season. No, it's even more than that. It's like 40-something games, which, you know, we've got to watch out for. Anyway, moving on here to the 65th minute, Iheanacho. This is basically Iheanacho's game in a nutshell. Every time he came up against the keeper was able to pull out a save. I think he had something like 7 shots at the end of the game. And here's Huddersfield now with practically their first attack on goal in the game. Dodgy cross played in, and Maddle brings in a bone-crunching tackle here. Free kick on the edge of the box. That was a pretty hefty tackle. The guy's up to his feet, you know. Free kick on the edge of the box, but unfortunately that's not all. Red card for Maddle, which at first I completely disagreed with. I thought it was just a tackle where, you know, we had taken the ball first and then the player. But as you're about to see in this replay, that was 100% not the case. Taking out his ankle there completely. And it's from behind as well, which makes it a dangerous tackle and makes it practically worth the red card, all things considered. And at the end of the game, pigs off that guy's head. And it is full time, 1-0 to Fulham. Changing around what happened at Empoli, as many people take pictures of us winning. So it was a really entertaining game, all things considered, much better than the Empoli game. So much more to show as regarding highlights, and if we play like that for the rest of the season, I'll be glad. And here's Iheanacho. You can see 7 shots, no goals. He is a very large attacking threat, but then at the end of the day, the centre-back had 1 shot on goal, and he converted that into a goal. Just saying. Let's play MLB Ettert, striker. Iheanacho centre-back. We'll see how things go from there. But there it is. Fulham 1, Huddersfield 0. A home win at the mighty Ivy Lane. That gets us going. And moving on here to the last game of the episode. It is a Capital One Cup game against Accrington Stanley. Obviously, I decided to sim it because Accrington Stanley are a League 2 team. They don't, like, no offense though, but they don't really mean that much to us. It's like I don't have to play the game because I pretty much know that if we put out a decent team, we're going to be able to get the win. Pereira, in his, I believe, one of his debut games, gets the goal, which was great. I don't believe we played him. Oh no, we might have played him. And there's Tunnicliffe as well, making it 2-0. Byrne gets injured. Lingard, then after being on the pitch for a few minutes, makes it 3-0. So our loan signings really bringing in the goals, which is perfect to see. Nevertheless, there it is, a comfortable 3-0 win against Accrington Stanley. However, Byrne's injury might have a problem to play with the squad, but we'll find out as time goes on regarding how serious his injury is. There we go, he's out for 3 weeks, he has a concussion. And to be fair, we have a butt ton of centre-backs, so it's not like he's going to be missed out. Anyway, that is going to end the second episode of Career Mode. Once again, I want to say thank you guys for the support on the first episode. If we can continue that to this episode, that'll be great. The transfer window is still open for a little while, so as always, got any players, put them down in the comments. If you think I should do anything regarding the team itself, put them down in the comments. Of course, I'm going to be reading them. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Career Mode. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.